This is all the Real Madrid news that came out today, and we are starting out with Chouamini's 2025 Spotify Rap. Drake is number 1 for him. Then he has Future, Lil Baby, Gunna, and Lil Wayne. La Liga will report insults received by the players during the Atletico Bilbao and Real Madrid match. Pedregol also said this, so who knows how true it is. But Real Madrid have almost finished a report for FIFA on refereeing in Spain during the Negrera era. It will be delivered in the coming days. Also know that Rodrigo has gone 31 games without scoring, the worst run for a Real Madrid attacker in history. He has not scored since March 4th. And according to New York Times, they ranked the 10 best players going into the 2026 World Cup. Mbappe's in first, then you have Haaland, and then you have Lamine Yamal. Then we have news about Antonio Rudiger and David Alaba. According to this source right here, Antonio Rudiger's Real Madrid future is still open. If he leaves, a vacancy at center back could then become available. For David Alaba, he will not renew his contract. In which also we got news about Nico Slaughterback, who I believe is also linked to Barca, but he is gambling on a possible move to Real Madrid or Bayern. Now with that being said, if you're enjoying the video so far, just like the video so I know. And if you want to see updated with Real Madrid news, just follow. Now today we unfortunately got the news that Trent is out for 2 months. He will miss around 12 matches. These are all the matches he will miss. And he will miss the entire Supercopa de España. Both Trent's camp and the Real Madrid are saddened by the injury, because they believe they were beginning to see the player reaching his full potential. And it's being said that Camavinga has a mild ankle sprain. And on Saturday he will undergo a new test. For now he is not ruled out for the match against Celta Vigo. Now also Real Madrid's Player of the Month nominees for November: Courtois, Militao, Arda Güler, Vini, and Mbappe. Let me know who's your Player of the Month. And also Xabi Alonso made a bold decision last night by benching Arda Güler, a player who had previously been given the keys to the playmaking and formed a strong midfield. However, Mbappe's early goal reinforced Xabi's idea to bench Arda, and the team ended the match delivering moments of high quality football with a blend of strength and skill. Also, it's being said with Trent injured, Fede Valverde will now return to right back to cover up. And also Diario Yes said that Xabi Alonso has found the ideal formation for Real Madrid, the 4-4-2 in defense, which turns to a 3-5-2 when attacking. This system helped the players cover all the spaces and recover quickly after losing possession. The team had 13 interceptions in the final third last night, and in recent days Xabi Alonso has built bridges with several players from the squad. According to information, these haven't been in-depth meetings, but rather gestures to show that he's willing to adapt his ideas and his style with the aim of recovering the best version of his footballers. Now this all according to Jorge Cepicon. Now it was also being said that Vini Jr. will not speak with Real Madrid on a contract renewal until after the World Cup, according to ESPN. And according to Rodra, there is a high likelihood that Vini Jr. will enter his final contract year without renewing. Talks have already begun about resuming negotiations after the 2026 World Cup. At Real Madrid, there's optimism that he will renew, although there is some displeasure for not having done so in May. Now it's also being said that Real Madrid have offered slightly higher than 28 million euros for Christos, and Olympiacos want around 40 million euros for a January sale, and will negotiate below that. Until I see a reliable source I trust, I wouldn't believe this. Now it's also being said that Arda Güler is among the final nominees for the Globe Soccer Awards Best Emerging Player of 2025. Final nominees for the Globe Soccer Awards Best Forward of 2025 include Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, and Fede Valverde, are in the final nominees of the Globe Soccer Awards Best Midfielder of 2025. The final nominees for Best Coach of 2025 include Xabi Alonso, and Vini Jr. and Mbappe are in the final nominees for Best Men's Player of 2025. And also Arda Güler, Dean, and Franco. They came 2nd, 4th, and 6th, respectively in the 2024 Golden Boy rankings. It was a sweep by Desiree Doué. Now you also have an ESPN analyst say this: what we have seen from Real Madrid so far is not good enough to win the UCL, maybe La Liga. And they said we could be here for 2 more hours, and Athletic Club would still not score a goal. And Thibaut Courtois on the insults to Vini Jr. He said it's tough, he was calm, but till a certain limit. We are also human beings. Look at what happened with Araujo. The amount of insults he got after the Chelsea match. Then people complain because a player's mental health is affected. And lastly, Isco said this about Sisu: Zidane was the only coach at Real Madrid who trusted me in my natural position. He changed the system to put me behind Cristiano and Benzema as an attacking midfielder. I was a free electron moving into the spaces left by the wingers. I adored him. Sisu's first full season was the best year of my career. Now with all that being said, let me know what you guys thought about the news.